Yo, yo, yo. Okay, so it's getting close to holiday time, and I was just looking in my deep freeze and I was gonna get some things out to cook, and I just realized that, wow, I need to start planning, for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and, I always like to have parties and stuff, and it's just getting really close to the time of the year where I start cooking delicious, delicious food and my booty starts getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And I don't want that to happen this year. I've had 23 pounds of weight loss and I'd like to not gain any weight over this winter. It always happens. Like after Halloween, oh, it's getting close to Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and it seems like everyone starts inviting you to parties and people start baking those pies and they're like, shoot, I don't want to eat this whole pie by myself. Let me invite Jessie Ray over. She'll help me. No, this is not going to happen to me this year. And I was talking to my mom and a couple other people who, my mom isn't doing this, but someone else in our family is on this HCG diet. Now, personally, I have an issue with that. And the reason I do is this. The people who are selling the HCG diet, first of all, are charging like $400 and something sometimes. And sometimes less. I've seen it over $500 here in Omaha for these under the tongue things or shots or whatever other way you can get it, and basically telling people to only eat about 500 calories a day and you're gonna lose a lot of weight. Because this is my beef with it. First of all, if you take anyone and only let them eat 500 calories when their normal diet is closer to like 2,500 or 3,000 calories, of course they're going to lose weight. Of course they are. However, it seems like every single person I've ever seen try this HCG diet has, they never keep the weight off. As soon as you stop doing that, everything's gonna come back, And I was just looking up, just to find any evidence that it actually would work, and I'm finding out there isn't any evidence that it actually works at all. So basically, the way the HCG diet started out was this endocrinologist from England. His name was Albert T.W. Simeons. Ooh, that's fancy. He did some research in India with they call them fat boys, which is like a really mean thing to say, but apparently these kids had they had a pituitary disorder that caused them to retain weight and be very, very hungry all the time. And they found that giving them low doses of this hormone with a calorie restrictive diet helped them lose weight. Now, personally, I don't think they really did anything to show that it was the HCG that did it, or just the fact that they were barely eating anything at all. And all other subsequent studies trying to replicate those results have been very, very unimpressive. No one's been able to show a legit study. Not these clinical trials they do on TV where there's no placebo, there's no double blind, where they're basically bullshitting you. No one's been able to actually prove it. All the double blind studies have basically shown that there's no difference between doing it with just hardly eating a thing or doing it with the HCG is what's making you lose weight. So, I have a suggestion for people. First of all, I'm going to say this. I don't suggest only eating 500 calories a day. I think that's unhealthy and it's not sustainable. You'll go crazy. Trying to only eat 500 calories in a week or a month. Are you kidding me? You're going to be so miserable. You're going to be hungry all the time and grouchy, and you're going to be really bitchy. It happens. I've seen ladies on this HCG and they turn into bitches. For real. Okay. So first of all, don't do that. But I'm just going to say something to you. If you are the type that would go ahead and try HCG, I recommend go ahead and try it without paying $400 and something for shots that don't make a difference. I'm just saying, if you're going to pay that much money and just to starve yourself, why not just starve yourself and not waste that money? You know, I recommend you take the money that you were going to put towards HCG and do something good for your family. Do something nice for your kids. Why don't you put it in their Christmas fund? You know what I mean? Or like, put that money in some charity. Go like let the kids pick out a couple charities and you guys go do that. Like, honestly, if you're gonna be stupid and give away your money, at least give it away to something that matters. Just saying. That's my rant of the day. I just had to get on because I was talking to some people about this damn HCG and how much money they were paying for it, and I'm like, there's no evidence that it works at all. Like, there was one study done, I think in 2002, that showed that older men with low androgen levels, it seemed to help them, but not to lose weight. Like, it had nothing to do with like weight loss. Like, there's nothing. Just quit believing shit off the internet with no proof, y'all. Okay? Seriously. And just because Oprah does some shit, let me tell you something. Oprah's a freaking millionaire, okay? If Oprah wants to, you know, starve herself and then be able to pay the best trainer in Hollywood to whip her ass in shape, that's not us, okay? Like, seriously. And like, look at her over her entire lifetime. And by the way, I tend to like Oprah half the time. Well, it's 75% of the time. If you look at, I mean, come on, how often does she keep the weight off? My entire life, I've never seen Oprah be one weight for more than a year. Okay, so one year she's big old fat Oprah, the next year she's skinny Oprah, and she just goes back and forth and back and forth. That's not a very good thing to like model your life after, okay? And this is a woman who has a lot of discipline, a lot of resources behind her to support her ideology and her lifestyle. If she can't even stick with this shit, what makes you think that like the rest of us could? Anyways, just throwing that out there. Love you. Here goes.